about signings. Hi.
Live. Hello. Welcome to the middle of our discussion about book signings.
Yeah, we were in the middle of having a catch up and talking about book signings. But yeah, went to see Visual last night and she didn't do a signing. She just pre-signed everything. But yeah, to be fair, I was like, it's going to take a lot of organisation for Waterstones to do it, but it was done really well. Like they were very much on it with all the pre-signed stuff. And
did you get a book with the ticket? So could they pre-sign and personalise, or?
Yeah, so they asked for people's names when you bought a ticket, but you could get just a ticket or you could get a ticket and a book. And I thought I'm going to get the ticket and the book anyway because it'll be nice to have the paperback and it'll be signed. Although then this turned up and I was like, oh, I did actually order it, but oh well, I'll just have it in store. And then they just had like a pile of everybody's with the name of the like person who ordered it, but the only problem was there was a box when you like made the order for the name, and if like I ordered like 4 tickets and I was like, what am I gonna do? So I just put like Beth, Amy, Joe, and they got it. Like it all worked out fine.
Oh, good. Yeah.
This one's Joe's, and it says Joe in it, so it worked out well.
My signing, it was heaving. You've been in that room in Nottingham before. It's not a big room.
Oh, the top one, yeah.
Yeah, and it was very, very, very rammed.
Yeah.
And yet Samantha Shannon was like, I'll sign everything. And personalised. So I got everything signed and personalised. Yes. I only took this and 2 of the Bone Season books that I didn't realise I didn't already have signed.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't have a large stack, but obviously some people did.
I feel like she does that at every signing, and she's got the most. She's got like the most exquisite, like intricate signature. I'm like, how did she do it?
She drew a little star next to it as well.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god, bless. How did she have the time? That's crazy.
She was there for ages and she just soldiered through it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Victoria said something about it being for her health, and I was like, yeah, I don't blame her.
Yeah.
But also, sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, I think Cassandra Clare's done the same thing. She doesn't really sign a lot of books now. Every signing I've ever been to of hers has been a limit, like 1 personalised and 2 signed. I think that's because of like a wrist injury, but she's got a huge backlist as well. So
yeah, I've been at signings of hers where she's like, they've been first come, first serve, and I don't know why they organised it that way because she was there for like 6 hours. Because it was essentially just like when she stops, but she was there with like a compress on her wrist.
Yeah.
I'm like, why put yourself through this?
I know.
Yeah. I think it was quite good because it meant that like we were there for the tour, we weren't there much longer, like we weren't waiting around and stuff, and like, oh, she also did this thing, it was so cute, where she left postcards on all of the seats, and she was like, basically, if you want to say something to me because you're not going to meet me, then you can write on the postcard and I'll read them after.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it was really cute. I was like, I didn't feel like I had anything to say, but I did leave like a little note, which was nice. And you know, she always wears cat ears. At the end, I didn't really like notice, but Courtney was sat next to me. She took her cat ears off and gave them to this little girl that was sat in the front row.
Oh,
it was so cute.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it was really nice. Courtney saw it better than I did from where I was sat, but yeah, it was really sweet. I haven't got the comments open. There we go. I just had the private chat open, like I couldn't see everybody. But yeah, you're reading A Day of Fallen Night?
I am indeed. The dust jacket's upstairs. I am on page 65 out of like 850, so we're going well.
How is it so far?
It's good. I started it on Tuesday before going to the event, and I started reading it, and I finished reading page 2, And at that point, I stopped and updated my vlog to say that it's already 5 stars.
Really? Oh my god.
And then I read at the event because I can't be bothered with the queuing, so I tend to just sit and read and wait for the queue to die down, especially if it's like everyone who's here will definitely get their book signed, so you don't have to. So I did that, and I was just sitting reading, and I nearly cried twice, and I read like 20 pages.
Okay, well.
It wasn't sad, it was just
yeah.
I just got into it, yeah. And also Tuesday was an emotional day.
I bet it was. Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that's made me like more excited to read it.
Have you read Priory?
I read Priory, yeah. And I did really like Priory, but it's just they're so daunting. There's so much.
Yeah, I have heard that A Day of Fallen Night is a bit more heavy on the fantasy, I guess. Like it's a bit denser.
Yeah.
Because she's saying you can read them in either order, but if you're not kind of, I can't remember exactly what she said, but it's like if you're not kind of really used to reading a lot of fantasy books, you might be better off starting with Priory.
Yeah. I've also heard from people who've read A Day of Fallen Night that like there is stuff that happens at the end that if you've read Priory, you're like, oh, that's why that happened. But I feel like I'm not going to remember enough to have that like realization.
But this is all set like 400 or 500 years before Priory.
Okay, yeah.
It's interesting from that point of view, just seeing it all. Just seeing the world like over so many centuries. It's amazing.
Yeah, that is cool. I feel like there's part of me that wants to reread Priory, but I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do both. I'm like, one of them's enough.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it's a prequel, so I can go straight into it.
I think every book that she's going to write in this world is going to be like function as a standalone. So yeah. That's quite good. You don't need to reread any at any point.
That's good, yeah, because I don't.
I'd like to at some point, but you don't need to.
I don't have the time.
Yeah, basically.
I'd like to, but I'm like, there's just so much. And I did read Priory in a week, but it was like reading like 100 pages a day to do it. It was a lot. But I am going to read this. Which I am enjoying. I felt very, very bad last night when we were at the signing, and she said something about how she doesn't ever want somebody to rate a book 3 stars. She would rather have them rate it 1 star or 5 star, and I was like, shit. Because I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. How are you feeling about this? Because we're currently buddy reading the Savage Song book.
I'm enjoying it. I'm liking it's getting more intense, I guess, as we go through it.
Yeah. I feel like I am enjoying it more as we go on, because I think now I don't want to spoil it. Now the characters are together. Like they're together in the same place. I feel like I'm enjoying it more.
Yeah.
But
and I like the mystery that they've got at the moment.
Yeah.
Quite interesting.
But I also feel like there is so much action in this book particularly, whereas like this Savage Song had more kind of like downtime than I expected, just with like the characters and stuff, which I liked.
I think part of it is I'm kind of enjoying this one because I knew what to expect from it, whereas when I went into this Savage Song, I just didn't really know what to expect.
Yeah, that's true.
I kind of knew that it was about like a world where there were monsters, but that's all I knew, and so I didn't know how that was going to play out or the tone of it or anything. So now I kind of know what to expect more. That's helping.
Yeah, and I also feel like with V. Schwab, like because all of her books are so different, it doesn't really help even if you've read her other books. It could be a completely different tone. Like to me, this is the most similar to Vicious and Vengeful than any of her other books.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
it's like the action's kind of like the pacing's kind of similar. Like the action side of things is kind of similar, but
yeah,
I am enjoying it. I feel like I want to enjoy it more though, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like I'll probably always feel like that with her books because Addie's my favourite book, like, in the world. So I don't know. I
I
am
think
like
I'm finding it quite YA, which is expected because it's YA, but yeah.
I didn't know it was YA.
I'm pretty sure it is.
We always count it as adult at Waterstones, but
Oh, gee, maybe I'm wrong then. Is
Waterstones.
it published by Titan?
Yeah, although it does say Epic Reads on the back. Oh, I don't know. I think this is the American copy. I think it's Titan.
No, it says YA on Goodreads, but no, that's not always accurate.
I mean, the fact that these say Epic Reads on the back makes me think that it probably is in America. Because they're YA, aren't they?
Yeah. It feels more YA to me than like A Dark Shade of Magic did, at least.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Mm.
it's probably like new adult, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I'm glad I have these editions though, because they're very floppy to read.
Oh, good. I've nearly cracked my spine by accident, so the UK ones are not floppy.
Look at it.
That's a nice flop.
I love it. And then I'm gonna read this, which I'm very much enjoying this.
How
Like,
far are you?
I'm 75 pages, but it's only 300 pages long, so I'm here. But like, I saw somebody else who's reading it the other day say they didn't want to put it down, and I was like, I simply can't imagine feeling like that about a book by R.F. Kuang.
Yeah.
Like, having read The Poppy War, I'm just like, I can't imagine feeling like I must carry on because it's so like big and sprawling.
Yeah.
And I can't like imagine her like writing anything else. Like I imagine Babel is very much the same. But I've got to say, I read the first like couple of chapters and I just kept carrying on reading. And I ended up reading 75 pages in one go. So, and I do want to know what happens. Like I feel like I'm a lot more intrigued than I expected to.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting.
You made me more intrigued than I thought I'd be, so thank you.
Well, I don't know. I've always been a bit like I don't know if I'm interested, and then like more and more people have read it, and I've heard more about it, and I'm like, okay. I always thought it'd be too literary for me. Like
Yeah.
it feels like she was trying to do like a literary fiction, but it actually reads like I don't know. It reads kind of like a thriller, but also like a. It's more contemporary fiction, I'd say, I guess, than like literary, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really interesting, and it does like discuss a lot about publishing, which I find really interesting. But it's like it has a good balance of like discussing this really interesting stuff about publishing, and also there's this like mystery and like going on that feels like you want to know what's like happening and what's going to happen with it.
Yeah. Sounds good, to be fair.
Yeah. And I like the fact it's only 320 pages.
Yes.
Something like that. Not even that. 309 this copy is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I am intrigued to try Babel, but I don't know what I'm going to think of it.
Yeah. I am intrigued, but I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm like, it sounds interesting, but I'm wary.
Yeah, I am. I feel like I am just wary in general because the Poppy War was not for me. And
yeah, same.
like I liked it, but it was like it started out and I was like, could be a 5-star, and then no. Just not.
Shall we sprint in about a minute?
Yeah. Are we gonna do half an hour?
Yeah.
Cool.
I've got a banner ready to go.
How many pages have I got to read of this?
I think it's about 70 for today.
Yeah.
I want to get to part 2 today if I can.
Where's that?
However, that's like 120 pages, and as much as I do love the Roots of Chaos books, they are slow reads.
They are definitely slow reads.
So I'll see if I can read 100 pages. but I doubt it.
We will see.
Well, yeah, I'll see you in half an hour.
See you in half an hour. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Also, hi, Amy.
Hi. I was so close to finishing today's pages. I have like 3 or 4 pages left
Oh no.
of that section, which is fine.
I read one chapter.
Was it good?
Yeah. It was like 11 pages. So that's the sort of reading pace we're dealing with here.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, like, these are a lot quicker than I was expecting. I can't believe I've been daunted by this series for so long now.
I just kept not getting round to it, but I'm glad we've finally done it.
Yeah, same. I think they just look thicker than they are. I think it's partly the editions I have.
I think your editions are longer than mine, yeah, because I think mine is like. How many pages is yours altogether? I think mine is like 470 or something.
Oh yeah. Oh no, mine has deleted scenes in the back, which it goes to 525.
Yeah, see, that would make it chunkier to look at than mine.
Yeah.
And if you've got an
5
American edition, it'd be taller as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're reading Gilded. This one.
Pretty.
I was just like, is that the one I'm thinking of, or is that one of the what's it called? The other Marissa Mayer series. Cinder?
Yeah, the Lunar Chronicles.
The Lunar Chronicles. Did you ever read any of them?
I think I started the first one and just lost interest.
Yeah, I read the first one and it was like 3 stars for me. But you know, I bought these.
But they are pretty.
When it first came out. I wanted to read the rest and somehow never did. Those books get thick. Like, have you seen some of the later ones in that series?
I'm sure Winter is like 800 pages as well.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's really lovely.
My I was going to say new colleague, but he's not really a new colleague. He's been there a good few months. He started last year, like in September or something. So
yeah,
not really a new colleague. But his fiance is really into Sarah J. Maas.
yay! Oh, that's sweet. Amy's doing her reread of Throne of Glass at the moment.
I assume.
Yeah. I read it as Throne of Glass.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. I wish I could say I had a lovely day at work today. It was fine.
Same.
I went on the phones for like half an hour at the end of the day, and I just had like 3 really annoying calls. I did really like Cinder, but there are so many books. Exactly, there's so many books.
I know the feeling. Yeah. Yeah, work was not fun. It's meant to be Friday. It's meant to be the quiet day, and I took over 90 calls. So
90?
Yeah.
How?
Just busy.
Right. You literally like from one call to another, you don't have a break in between.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
God, that is crazy. We have like an automatic wrap up thing on the system. So when we take a call, when we end the call, it gives us 5 minutes.
Oh, we have the same thing, but it gives us 20 seconds.
20 seconds, that's crazy. I mean, I think it's hard because like for us it's like sometimes we have to do a lot after the call. So I don't know if is yours like tend to just be resolved in the call?
Yeah, it's either we can do something while they're on the phone or we put a ticket through to another team, in which case we keep them on the phone to get all the information and then put the ticket through.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's mostly resolved on the call. Sometimes, because we're meant to log a ticket even if we do something on the phone just to keep a record of it.
Yeah,
so sometimes you do something and solve their problem on the phone, but then you have to log it afterwards because you're too busy solving the problem to log it.
Yeah. Whereas ours is like sometimes you have like a whole replacement order to make afterwards, so it's like you can't even do it in that 5 minutes. Like it could take longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives us 5 minutes, but I took like a busy day is like 30 something calls.
Oh yeah, a busy day for me is about 80 calls,
Oh
and today
god,
was 90. So,
that's
but
pretty
we're currently like 5 members of staff supporting. So there's 17. I don't know if it's 1,700 or 17,000, whichever one sounds more realistic.
I'm gonna presume 1,700.
Members of staff. Is
But
it
you never know.
Yeah, I'm not good with numbers.
I mean,
So
it's a
that's
very big place.
1,700 members of staff in the hospitals.
Mm.
Plus, we also support like GPs and people in other trusts who use some of our systems. So
Right.
we support a very large amount of people, and there's currently only 5 of us.
That is insane. That's
Yeah, and
crazy.
one of my colleagues was on annual leave today, so today there was 4 of us.
Wow. Yeah, there's like I mean, there's like 60 of us in the team, but there's like 15 people on calls a day, I'd say. And at any one time, there's usually at least 5 people on the phones, even if people are on like breaks or whatever. But which is my job to organise people's breaks now.
I mean, considering you support, or you would be potentially supporting the entire country, that still sounds a lot more chill than my job.
Makes my job sound so important. Like I have the weight of the country on my back. No, the weight of
The
what
weight of the country's bookworms.
Yeah, true. We should probably answer these.
Yeah.
These
Anyway, yeah.
people who want us. Yeah, my Mina spine's cracked.
Is it quite stiff?
Yeah, it's quite a stiff book, and I think it's because it's printed by a small press as well.
Yeah, this is not to sound inappropriate, but they tend to be stiffer.
Yeah, I think they do, and I don't know, yeah, the book just seems to be, like it is quite stiffly, like, bound, but I did crack my spines as well.
Sometimes you just can't help it. That was the good thing about this Savage song is I actually got it from Oxfam and it was already cracked, so I
Oh,
didn't have
that's
to worry
good.
about it.
Yeah, I do like that sometimes. That's good.
Amy's on
Nice.
the shadows.
Hmm?
I really want to get the hardcovers still, but I'm hoping with the release of the new hardcovers, they'll be easier to get again.
Sorry, I was just reading. You wanna get the hardcovers?
Yeah.
Do you want the original covers?
I was going to get custom dust jackets, so I don't really care.
Oh, okay, good, because I think they are going out of print.
Yeah.
But
But
you want the
the new covers, are they doing hardback here like they did with Akatar?
you can
Yeah,
get the
so hopefully
hardbacks
I'll
here.
find them easier to get, and then I can just collect them up and then buy some custom dust jackets somewhere. 20 seconds is insane. It is. It's a lot. I'll sometimes have a period of like an hour where it's just call after call after call, and then there'll finally be no calls queuing, and I'll get off a call and I'll feel like out of breath, even though
Yeah.
I'm not out of breath, but it kind of feels like that. It just feels a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
I had a lady come in to pick up a book she'd ordered online that came in the store last week. She asked what was going on.
She asked what did she ask what was going on about? Like why it had been delayed?
Are you sure, Amy? I'll message you about it, but thank you.
Amy does have quite a few sets of Throne of Glass lying around. Why it had taken so long, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, see, I don't mind which covers because I'm gonna get custom dust jackets anyway. I want the ones that I think you have the ones that I want.
The Nerdy Ink ones?
Yeah, but they're from America, aren't they? So do they ship here?
I I can't remember because they either weren't and they do now, or they did and they don't anymore. I think they do now.
If they don't, it's not the end of the world. I'll just find other ones. But
I think they do now, but I can't remember. FAQ. Will this help me?
oh, do you ship orders to the UK?
Yes,
Okay, cool.
they do.
The only
Yeah,
problem is I don't want to pay like the duty, but I will for this.
yeah. I think you might be okay. I don't know, but yeah, we do also. Yeah, Amy has a PO box that you can
Oh,
send.
cool.
Yeah, they are really nice, and they do fit the originals quite well because I have mine on the original hardbacks. Although I think they're pretty much the same size, the new ones and the old ones.
Yeah, and if they don't fit the new ones exactly, I'm not too fussed because my
Yeah.
Elysian ACOTAR dust jackets don't fit the ACOTAR books properly, so
Yeah, they're like a couple of mil out, I think, but
yeah. When
I'm
they
not.
made fit the US ones and the US ones were slightly shorter or something.
Yeah, they are, I think, because they're not 100% the same, I don't think,
Yeah.
on like the US. I haven't looked at the Throne of Glass ones yet though, because obviously they've only just come out and I don't have a set, but I think they're only a couple mil out. Don't know.
Well, they're not too pricey either, the dust jackets.
No, they're not bad. They're not bad. I have them open, like the website open most of the time because of the t-shirts.
Oh yeah.
I was looking at some of the t-shirts because I really like them. So if you do an order,
I'll let you know.
I might add a t-shirt or two onto it.
They've got a thing on here. I need to investigate more. I don't know if they fit the new ones at the moment.
Oh, okay. They've got like info about it.
Yeah. But it's not something I'm like super desperate to do like right this second.
Mm.
Like, I'm happy for it to wait a couple months. Well, it
Yeah.
needs to wait a couple months anyway because I can't
Yeah.
afford it this month.
They seem to be pretty like keeping them in stock pretty regularly.
Yeah. Well, there's a demand for them really, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Are we gonna sprint again at 5:30?
Yes, that's probably a good idea. And I'm gonna get my laptop charger during that sprint. I'm on 13%.
I will finish my stupidly small amount of pages.
3 pages.
Well, like, yeah, my like 3 pages. I'm gonna change this because I'll start reading Yellowface. Again. There we go. Which I'm very excited for.
I'll see if I can squeeze in another chapter because that's be my reading pace.
You can do it.
I'm already quicker with it than I was when I started. Like I've already kind of got into the writing style a bit more, which is good.
I don't know how I read Priory in a week.
Yeah, I don't know how you did that either.
I did a lot of reading every day.
It took me 2 weeks.
Mm.
And I realized the other day that it was also the first like proper like adult fantasy book I ever read.
Really?
And that's kind of what got me started on that path.
Wow, that is a like big book to read as a first like adult fantasy. I don't know what the first adult fantasy book I read was. If we're probably ACOTAR.
Yeah, I read those, but
I don't know what.
It's so much easier to read that I don't kind of class them in the same category.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I don't know if I count it really. Like I know what you mean because it's more like high fantasy. Like I don't know what the first like more high fantasy book I read was. I don't know. I'll have to look at my Goodreads and see.
I know a lot of people say like a good place to start is like Brandon Sanderson because I've read 2 of his books and they are actually really much easier to read than some of the other ones out there.
Yeah.
Easier even than Samantha Shannon.
I have my series list now. I could look on there and see what I would think of as. I don't know if there really is that much though. Like Dark Shade of Magic, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Poppy War.
Poppy War was an interesting one.
Yeah. Emperor of the Vampire.
I never read that one.
I feel like House of Earth and Blood I would count.
Yeah. It's got a different vibe because it's
Yeah.
like it's high fantasy but in an urban setting still. Like it's not Earth, but they've still got cars and everything. So that was a very different vibe, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Right, well I'll see you in half an hour.
See you in half an hour. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How'd you do in that one?
Good. I read about 30 pages, I think. How did you
I didn't quite read another chapter because I kept being interrupted. I got my charger and then Grandad dropped round with some food for Mum and Dad tomorrow because
Aww.
they get back here probably after me and Jez go out because we're going to a gig tomorrow evening.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not making them dinner on the day they get back. I'm a bad daughter.
Oh,
So Grandad dropped round like a quiche and
that's
a
nice.
cake.
Oh. I haven't asked how Jez is doing / what Jez is reading.
Jez is doing good. Jez is reading this.
Oh, cool. I've seen that before.
I got it for him for Christmas.
Nice.
It was pitched as a heavy metal horror, which is like two of Jez's favourite things. So I was like, yeah, that's for Jez.
That was cool.
We are seeing Death Cab for Cutie.
Oh, cool.
Who is one of, I need to take the banner off, one of my favourite bands. And I introduced Jez to them because I was like, there's this band on that I want to go see, and you're coming with me because I don't want to go alone. And he ended up liking them too, so it was fine.
Oh, that's good. Where are you seeing them?
Rock City.
Oh, cool.
I don't like it. It's scary, but it's fine.
Have you been before?
Yeah, once last weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For a different gig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's scary.
See, I do worry about Gilded being being like too young for me now. But I was gonna say I think it's only a duology, but I'm not sure. I hope it's only a duology, but I'm probably completely wrong.
I don't even know what it's about. I've just not got any interest in any of her books anymore.
I mean, it doesn't explicitly say that it's a duology, but there isn't another one listed on Goodreads, and I feel like it probably would be right now. By now.
Oh, it's a retelling of Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah, that's it.
I feel like that's not a very common retelling. So
No.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it could be one of those that I'm like, am I gonna enjoy it? I don't know. But I bought the first one. For some reason.
Fairy Note edition.
Yeah, I was probably at a point where I was like collecting pretty books.
Yeah.
And it's one of those that you're like, I could enjoy that, and then I would regret not having it. So I should probably buy it while I can.
And you could probably get your money back for it at least if you don't end up enjoying it.
Exactly. So, and now I have the second one too. Hopefully, there's only 2. Oh, I didn't know it was Spinning Silver retelling of Rumpelstiltskin.
I have that on my TBR. I need to read that. So
I've heard a lot of good things about Spinning Silver.
I have that and Uprooted that I really want to read.
Mm.
I still want to read them even after the
I was gonna say it's the same author as Deadly Education, isn't it?
Not that Deadly Education was bad. It just wasn't.
It wasn't bad. It was just like,
Yeah. But I'm still intrigued by Uprooted and Spinning Silver.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more intrigued by them anyway than I was for Deadly Education.
Yeah. Same, to be fair. Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know. I don't know whether to keep my copies of Deadly Education or not. Probably not.
I'm hanging on to them for now, but I imagine there'll be ones I get rid of at some point.
Yeah. The thing is, my copy of A Deadly Education is the Illumicrate book, but with the wrong dust jacket on it. Maybe it has the right one on underneath. No, I don't think it does. I don't know where the dust jacket is. If I have it. No, I
Where's the
don't.
book as well then?
I don't have it because my copy is the Illumicrate version with the standard dust jacket on, and wherever that standard copy is has the Illumicrate dust jacket on, and I don't know who I gave it to, but I gave it to somebody.
Oh, okay.
I think I gave it to somebody that had it's the standard edition with the Illumicrate dust jacket. God knows. It's because the Illumicrate dust jacket was gold and ugly.
Yeah, I like the Illumicrate edition, but I don't like the colour of the dust jacket. I feel like they should have kept it the same colour.
Yeah, that's why I swapped my dust jackets, which I think was what Bucksnest did, and I was like, that's very clever, I should do that.
Yeah.
And then I have the Waterstones editions of the other two. And I have a proof of The Last Graduate randomly, the middle one. Which I should definitely probably not keep.
Definitely, probably.
Yeah. Even if I keep the set. I'm probably not going to keep the set, to be fair. I don't know. I feel like there's not much point doing any sorting of my books right now. I'll just sort them all in one go.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then I have
Thinking the same. I think I might sort them as I pack them when that finally happens.
Yeah. Many of the words in German. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, you're welcome to ask Sam if she wants. It's the middle one, it's the only thing. I don't have the other two. But yeah. Oh, I'm tired.
Same.
Are we gonna do one more sprint?
Yeah, I'm happy to do another one. I want to keep reading.
Cool. Should we start at 10 past?
Yeah.
Start at 10 past and then do another half an hour sprint.
Yeah, and then I guess we'll see how we feel after that one, but it might be the last one.
Yeah. Yeah, we could always do a shorter one after that if we wanted.
Yeah, we could, yeah. Oh dear. I think what I'm going to do once we've finished, what's it called? Our Dark Duet.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you for joining.
Once we've finished Our Dark Duet, what I might do is split this one up, or not necessarily split it up, but try and read like 50 pages a day or something, and then read other books around it, because if I just focus on this, it'll probably be the only thing I read for the rest of the month.
Yeah.
But if I read other things alongside it, I might get through this and the other things. So
yeah, that's a good idea.
That's what I might do.
It's The Last Graduate. Amy. Yeah.
I'm doing the final book support group readathon this month.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
Like 2 more books for that I want to read.
Nice.
So I'm going to try and get to them.
Well, I'm still reading Clockwork Angel, and it's taken me ages. I haven't picked up in days. And then I'm obviously buddy reading this with you. And I was like, out of the other books on my TBR for this month, what do I want to read? And I actually really want to pick up The Adventures of Amina al-Sarafi. Yeah, Amina. But I felt like I shouldn't read another fantasy, which is why I picked this up instead. Because I was like, that's 3 fantasies, then that's probably too many in one go. And then I also have Must Love Books, which is a contemporary romance, but that's on Zigzag, so I've bought the audiobook for it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've got some more driving to do in the next week, so I think I'll just listen to that.
Yeah.
While I'm driving and stuff. Oh, is it time?
It is time. Shall we sprint?
Yeah, I'll see you in half an hour.
Yep, see you then.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How did you do in that one?
40 pages.
Nice.
How did you do?
I think I'd read a chapter.
Nice.
I may have read 2 chapters.
Oh.
Because they were shorter.
Mm.
I'm on page 98, so I'm nearly on page 100.
Yay, that's good.
Yeah.
Where did you want to get to?
180.
Oh.
Little bit ambitious.
Yeah, this is getting very tense now.
Oh, good.
I'm like just about halfway through nearly. I'm also using a Babel bookmark.
Nice.
And in r.duet, I am using an Addy bookmark.
I'm using a Priory metal mark that came in like a subscription box, but I can't remember which one.
Yeah, I remember it. Maybe a Luma Crate.
Amazing. And I've never used it until now.
Oh, that's good. I'm going to try and get this proof off this. There we go. Here you go, Amy. This is the one that needs to go to Sam.
Yay!
It's weird. It's a paperback that has a dust jacket.
That is weird.
I'm glad that you caught up with your pages, Amy. Oh, do you want to do one more sprint?
I think I'm going to have to call it quits here, to be honest. I nearly fell asleep during that one.
How is Jess done?
How many pages have you read?
I did about 45.
Nice.
Are
you enjoying your book?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's my first like horror fiction book. So yeah, here's the cover to it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's got black sprayed edges as well. So I love it. Yeah, Alex got it me for Christmas. So
yeah, she said.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's got good humour in it as well. So yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I've recognised the cover. I feel like I've seen it recommended, but I didn't know it was fiction.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's really good.
Good. Shall we head off?
Yeah, we're going to have to go to bed, I think.
Yeah.
We want to do parkrun tomorrow morning as well. So
I want to do parkrun in the morning. I haven't done parkrun in like 6 weeks. Like, it's crazy.
We've missed 1 week, but then before that we'd only done it 2 weeks in a row, and before that it had been months. So
I was doing it every week for like months, pretty much, like almost every week, and then I just had like a run of weeks where I was doing stuff that meant I was away or like couldn't get to it. So, and then I was ill last weekend, so I couldn't get there last weekend. So yeah, this is the first weekend in like a long time.
Yeah, I stopped doing it proper regularly when I had COVID. And then since having COVID, I fell out of the habit of it, and then I tried to get back into it, and then I got like a chest infection in October. COVID was in July.
Yeah.
And then since the chest infection in October, I've just been like not quite right in the breathing department.
Yeah.
But weirdly enough, I feel a lot better since going to New Zealand. So I don't know if it's partly just the cold was making it a bit aggravated or something. But
yeah, that's good. Then.
It's been feeling better lately. Are you all right there?
Yeah, why?
You seem to be struggling. Do you need a hand?
Potentially.
Oh, you're putting the dust jacket on. I was.
Yeah. There we go. That's the cover.
Yeah, it's a very cool cover.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
Well, anyway,
we should head off. Thank you everyone for joining.
Everyone go subscribe to Beth, because she's nearly at 300 subscribers.
And also subscribe to Alex because she's great.
I mean, also subscribe to Beth because she's great. Help her get to 300.
Thank you. I'm only a few off 300.
And we'll probably do sprints again on Beth's channel soon.
Yes,
So keep
probably
an eye out for that.
in April, definitely. Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining. We'll see you in sprints next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.